Well, to talk about the challenges awaiting Felix Sanchez and his side, I'm joined by Ahmed Hashim, who's a Qatar football expert. First of all, Ahmed, you've been following this team for a long time. Tell us, how are their preparations in the build-up for this tournament?
Well, it's undoubtedly been a very unique preparation because they've been preparing for this moment for almost a decade. The nation and the football authorities here have been preparing with the best resources and with a lot of dedication. So I think no other country has had a 6-month training camp right before the World Cup. So it all comes down to this big moment on the 20th of November, and there's nothing quite like that experience. So I think the players will be looking forward to it, no doubt.
For people who do not know the national team, what can we expect from them?
Well, obviously, Qatar earned a big name for themselves at the Asian Cup in 2019 by winning the title for the first time. So they come into this tournament as continental champions, which is a big thing. But they are also not a small team in Asia over their history, because they've come close to qualifying for the World Cup on 3 previous occasions, in 1986, 1990, and very importantly in 1998, when they were just 1 match away from the World Cup, but lost to Saudi Arabia in the playoff here in Doha. So this moment, I think they would have preferred to come as qualifiers and not as hosts, but it is what it is, and I think Qatar will be celebrating when they play the opening game.
Can you tell us a little bit about their history and the World Cup? How close did they come in the past?
As I said, in 98 was the closest that they came when they lost to Saudi Arabia in the decisive playoff in Doha. But in 1986, they lost to the eventual qualifiers, Iraq, and in 1990 to the United Arab Emirates, who went through at their expense. So it's been a history of heartbreaks. So to come to 2022 and to see the national team play in the World Cup is an enjoyable experience. It will definitely be an enjoyable experience for all those who follow the team.
And we'll wish them all the best. Ahmed Hashim, a Qatar football expert, thank you very much for that. So all the focus is on the Qatar national team. But as Ahmed mentioned, the big test will be on the 20th of November at Al Bayt Stadium when they take on Ecuador in the opening game of the first World Cup in the Middle East.